motorsports, we're breaking the chains. In the heat of the moment, we run through the flames. Yeah, we're rolling through the night. Every corner, every fight. Speed's our religion, Le Mans our shrine. GT3s, it's our time to shine. We're crushing the game, Le Mans in our sights. Remember our name, GT3s. We rise from the start, we're taking the win. We're making our mark. Le Mans breakdown, hear the tires scream. We're racing for glory, chasing that dream. In GT3, we're burning up the track. No looking back, we're never turning back. Le Mans breakdown, let's hear the roar. GT3s, who could want more? Pedal to the metal, we take the fight. Le Mans, baby, we own the night. Yo, GT3, we own that track. Le Mans, baby, there's no looking back. Le Mans, big to know we rise to the top. In GT3, we can't be stopped. Yeah, we can't be stopped. Yo, it's race day, get ready to go. GT3's on the track, let's put on a show. Core, baby, we're hitting the gas. Pedal to the floor, don't look back, don't crash. Lights out, engine scream, we're rolling. GT3's got the power, we're holding. Lap after lap, feeling the heat. Hold tight, no time for defeat. On the straights, the speed is insane. Chasing down the rivals, we own this game. Through the chicanes, we're taking those turns. One slip, one crash, and you crash and burn. Turn the wheel, feel the G4 snap. In the zone, no time for a nap. Racing hard, we never slow down. GT3s win the showdown. Core, baby, hear the tires scream. We're racing for glory, chasing that dream. In GT3, we're burning up the track. No looking back, we're never turning back. Core, baby, let's hear the roar. GT3s, who could want more? Pedal to the metal, we take the fight. Core, baby, we own the night. Midnight headlights pierce the dark. We're locked in the fight, ready to spark. A lap of legends, every second's a test. Pushing hard to put the car to the...
Good evening, everyone. This is Core GT, season number 10, round 9. This is John coming at you from virtual Watkins, Glen. So a little bit different to Spa-Francorchamps last week. There's no rain here tonight. iRacing has a new lighting system that I've seen little bits and pieces of here tonight. So Carl getting the time just right to kind of show that off. And you can kind of see as some of these guys go around the track for the next little bit. It looks like we're going to get some sunset. But you can see the cars, the shading, as these guys go around certain parts as that sun sets. And they'll be popping in and out of the nice shadows that we have now. So, 66 degrees here tonight. The track temp looks like it's going to be... Well, let's just pull the weather up tab here. So 68 degrees, so not too hot here tonight. Guys are going to be setting their qualifying laps here for a little bit. So we got Tyler's joined us in the booth here.
Hi, John. Hi, chat.
So, have you had a chance to check out the new sunset with the new shaders and everything?
That's what I'm about to look at here. I mean, it's got to be great. It's Watkins Glen. How could you not like it? But I'm loading into the session. We're going to check this out here.
Yeah, it's definitely, you see him, I'm trying to find, oh, that's right. Pulling one of the TVs here. Got it on Kelly Pointer. As you can just, it's just more lifelike, it seems. Like, it's, you know, rather than just having a general light, you know, you see the shadows rotating around the cars. It seems a little better. I don't know. It's hard to put my, you know, finger on it, but definitely when I saw him coming up through the S's earlier, you know, you could just see the change, especially on the specular maps of the cars. It's pretty neat. Performance-wise, I think we may have actually gotten a little uplift from it too. Computer's not crying about this nearly as much as it was from Spa last week.
Yippee!
So, it should be right here going into this section here, or maybe it was a weird cloud earlier. Yeah. Huh. I'm guessing it's actually, it may be the clouds that were showing me the cool stuff here earlier. I'll hop inside here with Kelly. You can kinda
Oh,
see-
look at that sunset. Oh, yeah.
So as they are ducking down here into the boot. Yeah, this is, if you're a NASCAR fan, they don't really use this portion of the track, so.
And that's why I don't like this portion of the track.
This
I've done it plenty of times. I just can't figure it out. I don't know why.
This corner is for me. I don't know why. It's weird. It is what it is.
I don't know. It's like they put all that runoff room out there for you, but you can't use it. I don't get it.
Well, unlike NASCAR, you know, these guys are supposed to stay within the white lines. I know in NASCAR they just say, hey, run wherever. You know,
Yeah.
if we don't want you there, we'll put a 400-pound obstacle in your way.
Yeah, exactly.
But looking here, looks like Mason going to be the first on the time charts here with a 144.6.
Ooh, Ricky now.
Clocking in, yeah. But also, you know, this is GT. They're going to have, is it 2 or 3 laps they have here tonight?
The thing that I see up here, it says 10 minutes, 4 laps, so I would imagine they'll probably have 2.
Well, if they get 10 minutes.
Oh,
to
no,
get-
they could run all 4. No, they could run all of them. Yeah.
Well, plus your out lap. So 3, 4 if they get it on it right. You know, so you have the option, you know, bring those tires in a little softer.
Yeah.
You know, burn off a little bit of fuel and then, you know, go for the glory on one chance lap. But, I mean, it's a cold track. It may take 2 laps just to get some decent tire temp in.
Yeah, when I've done qualifying here, I usually never get my fast lap on my first one. Usually it's the second one. So I would imagine that's probably when most drivers will do it. The only time I would imagine it probably go faster after that is if the first 2 laps have major mistakes of some sort.
Check in with our series sponsor here, Chase Decals. I think that might be a slightly new paint job. Or, no, he hasn't really been in the McLaren before. He's normally in the Ford, so good looking job on that McLaren here tonight. So if you do need some decal work or wraps, things of that nature for commercial purposes, Mr. Josh Anderson can get you taken care of. So, yeah, support his business. He helps support the broadcast here, and we do appreciate it. And let's see, who else do we have here on track currently? Looking for the guy I saw have a little mistake last night in our LMP2 series. Jonathan Schwartz caught the curb wrong through the bus stop and turned that LMP2 into a yard sale.
Well, we'll see what he does here. His first lap seemed to be invalid. I don't know. The one that I just saw there, he kind of went off a little bit. I don't know how strict they are here with the off tracks. Mainly just because, again, I've got money, so.
There's some spots you can play with it.
Never mind.
144.1, so going.
He's fine.
Yeah, and you can see right there as it changes. Yeah, there's more of that lighting where the dark side of the car looks dark now. I know that sounds stupid, but
I mean, it does.
You know, when the core of this game dates back to Grand Prix Legends, you know. Yeah, you can see how much of the curve he is taking. And last night he took a little too much of the exit curve and it spat him out and just bend it with about 2 laps to go. I just hopped in to check and see how everybody's doing it and to see Schwartz in the pits. I was like, wait, what's going on? Whoops. Yeah. I guess he just had to keep that one alive to give Mason a little bit of hope for a championship.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
So, speaking of that, I'm going to see if my little points thing works. And I believe it did. So, got it pulled up on the screen here. Jonathan Schwartz currently leading Platinum with 309 points. Mason Smith, 20 points behind him. Nick Terrell, 38 points back. In Silver, we have Alan Gullison leading. Shane Theron in second, and Bill Burrell in third. Gold division is Nathan Sides with 195. Brendan Carlson in 22 points back. Nathan Nickerson 37 back. In bronze, Alex Jaspers has a narrow 9-point lead over Joshua Betts, and Robert Kinney 31 points back there. So definitely, with our last race that will be coming up will be the 2-hour finale. There's double points on the line there. So these championships are very much still alive.
Very much. That'll be fun. And let me look to see if I remember everything specifically. Let's see. What am I looking at? Yeah, that's right. Sebring is the finale. Okay.
Yep.
That'll make it entertaining.
Yeah, we'll all have a bunch. Anybody doing the endurance race next weekend, good luck. And there's going to be a lot of laps put in the next week for me trying to hustle that McLaren around there again, see if I can get that elusive sub-2-minute lap.
Well, I'll wish everyone the best of luck as well. I don't plan on racing that one, but that looks to be entertaining. I'll probably watch.
Looking like Nick Terrell here is going to have enough time to get his lap in. Pull those points back off there. So, let's see.
Whoa!
That
might
be he's right there on the line of what could be an off track.
Yeah. Super loose too.
But he's keeping going, so maybe that's not a. That I think is though.
Let's see. I'll be amazed if this counts. Oh, it did. Wow, P2.
Yeah. See Justin Munsell over there in third. So,
good lap.
There's your overall standings there. And, as per normal and correct, you have your platinum up top. You got a couple gold drivers. Alan Gullison putting in some work in 8th place there for silver. Dane Simpson as well, getting ahead of Braden Carlson there. Also, Nathan Nickerson, got a couple silvers above him. Jack Peterson down in 9th. So, a little bit of shakeups here and there. But it is race time. And these guys are going to start gridding up here.
Let's see. Everything looks pretty close. Top 10 separated within about, not top 7. Yeah, top 7 within about 0.6 of a second. So that'll be entertaining.
Yeah, looking here, waiting for some guys to get on the grid. Show off some of these different paint jobs. The guys sitting here. Alan Edwards in that SWM McLaren. You start to see a little bit of a thing, but then you got Jack Peterson here in that Acura. You got Braden Carlson in the Porsche. Brandon here, only Corvette I see on the field. William Burrell, I guess, wanting to take the I don't know, punishment seat with the rear tire limitations of that Ford. What other cars we have? Bronson Stafford in the Audi. Hopefully it does not do Audi things to you tonight, Mr. Stafford. And Robert Kinney, another in the Ford. Hey, we got a Ferrari, Kelly Pointer. And Ian Howard here. I don't see any Lamborghinis, and I don't see any BMWs. So, waiting for everybody to grid up here. Show the grid. Wait. Why are you showing it to me this way? Oh. There we go. So yeah, Jonathan Schwartz taking home pole here tonight with a 144.174. Nick Terrell just under a 10th back in second. Justin Munsell starting off in third. Mason Smith in fourth. Ricky Renner in fifth. Alan Elwood in sixth. Kelly Porter in seventh. Alan Gullison in eighth. do their full-on pace lap here. And just kind of scroll through and let you read them. Looking like Dane Simpson not making the start there. So, be interesting to see exactly what's going on with that. As yep, you can already see just the sun not quite hitting the cars here. Already got some lights on. But iRacing is not yet deciding to show me the lights on the track. I guess it hasn't deemed it twilight yet. So at some point in the very near future, you will see a little hitch. It's iRacing. Sorry. Does it when it swaps to what it considers a night track.
This will be entertaining. I can't wait.
28 cars here on the field tonight. So, there's quite a few of these guys. Swap it over real quick. Show you how they all fall out in their different classes here. You can see that's Mason starting in fourth. Not something Mason is used to, I am sure.
I'm sure he'll have to remember, how to brake and not have open, he's going to have cars in front of him when he's actually braking.
Then you have Alan Gullison here, first in your silver, surrounded by platinum and gold.
No pressure.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things. You can be fast, but also how close, if you're Jack Peterson, how close do you run on the back of Alan Gullison side of him?
Oh yeah, I mean, you never know. I mean, again, it's if he's confident that it's this dark and the car has grip to it, he'll be fine. Ooh, I just know. Aw, Dane Simpson's not here, man.
Well, he might be doing a pit lane start.
I was gonna say, it says in the chat that he dropped a packet loss.
Oh. Well, hopefully he can get back in and make a pit lane start and not lose too much.
Yeah. I haven't seen him reconnect, but they're getting ready to take the green here, so we'll see. Alright, guys, let's do this. I know it's a fast racetrack, but take care of each other.
I'm not sure if I'm starting on pole, if I want to be on the inside here.
He'll be okay. They're 3 right behind him.
Oh.
Whoops.
There's some stuff
One
back
off.
there.
Nathan. Shane as well. Spun in the back.
Ooh, that's a nice shot. Into the bus stop.
Oh my God! Oh.
I like that bus stop entry there.
I do too.
Coming through the carousel there.
See the boot?
Yep, boot entry.
Little wide. Oh.
And now through the toe. Toe exit. You can see those first few you saw come through, how close they run to just, as Chris Hamilton always says, I paid for the track, I'm going to use all of it.
I second that. Absolutely. See, this exit of the boot here is probably the trickiest, at least to me. Everyone doing pretty good.
Then we'll get this nice wall shot there. Ooh! I'm seeing some ribbon already on lap 1 on that wall.
They, like you said, Use as much of it as you can.
All right. That's some of the
Good
static
job.
cams we have around here.
Well done by everybody. Looks like Dane is back. But he is on pit road at the moment, so he's 1 lap down.
It says crashed, jump to the pits.
Interesting. I saw him sitting on pit road exit.
He may have decided since it was putting him out into the field of everybody that
He's gone. He disconnected again. I think he gave up.
looks like Tim Thompson having some issues here.
Ooh, yep.
Yeah. See, nowhere to go.
Ouch.
That one. Unfortunately, that follows the core motto, sucks to suck. Sorry for you there, Tim. Mr.
Yep.
Sputter.
Pretty much, yeah. And it looks like that car don't look the same. He did take some right front damage, I believe. Maybe at a bad spot. It doesn't look that good on the straightaway.
Mason's still here in 4th. You got Munsell. He's got Ricky behind him. Yeah, then Allen. Yeah, Allen's in gold. He probably, in all honesty, is right up there with the Platinum guys on pace.
How about that? Look, great to see Alan Elwood out here, winner on Tuesday. Man, he was the one I was really bummed to see win on Tuesday because he got trapped with me a lap down when that caution came out midway. And the fact that I got in at least every incident after that caution and he got up there to win the race, that was unfortunate.
Well, accident avoidance is a skill. It does come in handy.
It is. It absolutely is.
That was my Tuesday night. Just avoid it.
Yeah. Well, you almost had me on the very last lap there at the end.
Yeah, I was hoping to be a little closer and, maybe have a little intentional fun.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were going to send it pretty deep there for a while.
Let's see. Showing a crash for Nathan Nickerson here. What happened here? Gets on the curve.
Okay. Yep.
Two
That's
Porsches
not good at
go
all.
around the inside on the wall.
Yeah, that's ouch.
Showing a crash for. Okay, so that was Eric's.
Yep, that was
Got
there.
another one out of Will Burrow here. What happened with him? He's got Molyneux in the Acura. And 2 into 1 does not go.
No.
But good job trying to get out of everybody's. That's not what you want.
Oh my God. Oh.
Got the Austin Powers trying to get it turned around going. Showing an accident for John Crane here. Oh, that was John Crane, not Molyneux, I think. No, that was Molyneux earlier. This is John. And the braking. Yep. Little shifty.
It barely clipped that grass, too.
Yeah, that's all it takes in that Acura sometimes. Mm-hmm. She's fast, but she can bite.
Mm-hmm. Was running all right.
Back up, check on the leader here, Jonathan Schwartz. On to lap 4, 6 minutes into this 1-hour race. He's not dropping Nick much at all. Nick's just kind of sitting there.
Mm-hmm. Just hanging out.
Yeah, and I know this is probably the last thing Schwartz wants to see because if there's somebody who can make a fuel strategy work, it's Nick.
Yeah.
And having Nick right there, able to draft and save fuel. I think Nick pulled off the one stop at the Rain and Spa last time. So definitely something for Schwartz. It's not just an all-out pace battle with Mason. This is. Nick's going to make him use that big brain stuff.
Love to see it.
Yeah, let's see here. Another good battle here.
Ooh, Ricky almost lost it. Good though.
Looks like Braden trying to make his way around Alan Wellison here.
2 teammates. Actually, 3 teammates all within each other, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Oh, Alan a little bit overshoots it on entry there. Braden with a really good exit. Gonna be close.
Let's see, is he gonna leave by that opening?
Mm-hmm.
Not this lap.
Well, I was gonna say, don't hit that curve too much. Oh boy.
Looking over here. So from first all the way back to, what is it, 7th currently, to Kelly Pointer, less than a 1 second gap between all these guys.
That's awesome. That's what I said in qualifying too. Top 7 all within a second, and I mean, hey, the top 7 is exactly where they qualified, so no change yet. Actually, the only real difference, you just take 9th and 8th. They qualified. They just swapped. That's it. Pretty good.
Looking up here, a little bit of an incident for Hamrick. What happened with him here? Oh!
Oh, let's see. Try to let guys go, I think.
I think he just realized the Mustang was coming underneath him there.
No. It actually looked like a tiny bit of netcode that initiated it, but I mean, that still would have been a spin.
You know, this is one thing from back and running the 87s here. You get so close to somebody here. You want to have a spin, but the problem is the S's are a one-line corner. There's a fast way through there. And you get stuck right up to the back of it, but you can't do anything about it half the time.
Yep.
You do that 6-7 laps in a row, it will get very frustrating. But you can see the difference in lines that these two are taking through that,
I mean,
you know, downhill drop into the boot.
I mean, again, at this type of racetrack where, again, it's so short, so quick, you do get antsy after a while. I mean, I would say, there are quite a bit of good passing opportunities here. Just when you know you have a faster car and you just can't get around them, I mean, at some point you start to really force the issue, and either it leads to a big mistake where cars getting spun out, or just, I don't know, sometimes you just got to play with the drivers and let them make a mistake. It's what works for me very well. Well, not very well, but every now and then.
I mean, it's one of those things that everybody thinks, oh, it's just so easy to run in the back of somebody. No, these guys sitting here running consistently within 2-3 tenths of each other. There's a lot of trust you're putting in the guy in front of you to hit his marks, and you know where his marks are.
Exactly.
And for all that to translate.
Well, let me just compare. Schwartz's last lap was a 44.5, and Kelly Pointer in 7th ran a 44.5. So it was only a couple hundredths of a difference between those two, and just what they ran, it was 5 100ths of a difference. So no difference really at all.
Yeah. Because you can see Nick at the bottom of the S is about 0.24 back, and by the time we get to the end of the S's, he is under a tenth of a second. You know, you want to send it, but it's not the smart move. Especially not if Nick's back there just saving fuel like crazy.
And especially because it's super early in the race, too. I mean, you never know. Sometimes you might not even need to force it. There could be a mistake by a driver later in the race, and there's no need to do anything. Like, say Nick right now is there hanging out behind Jonathan, and Jonathan has a long pit stop maybe, and there you go. You didn't even need to do anything, and now you're in front of him. Now you can just do whatever you want.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, looking through here, pulling up the track map, you can see everybody is still generally on the one end of the track. You know, you got a couple that are off pace from some accidents, but It's going to take a while for Schwartz to manage to lap the field here tonight, if it happens.
Well, I definitely don't think he'll be lapping guys by their first pit stop. I would be kind of shocked.
Yeah, that would be a little on the crazy side.
Yeah. I mean, maybe, you have William Burrell, who's over a minute and a half behind, so he might go a lap down here. But, I mean, based on straight-up pace, I mean, I would go even really to Bronson Stafford, who's a minute back. That's still quite a lot of time that Schwartz would have to make up on him. So, I don't know. It'd be tough, but maybe after the pit stops, once everything's maybe a little bit more spread out, then you'll see lap times.
And you can see just right there on the back. Yeah, I'm guessing Nick saw last night's LMP2 race, and maybe he's thinking if he leaves the pressure on enough, eventually, he might get Schwartz into the same kind of mistake.
Yeah, I mean, you saw he had a big run there as they entered the bus stop. If it was the last lap, he would have definitely sent that. He easily could have and could have made it work, but it's super early. Just ride behind him, put the pressure, make Schwartz have to hit his marks, and just maybe, he'll have a little slip.
Watch Schwartz, see what lines he's taking, figure out where you can set him up.
Where is he bad? Where is he not as fast? Where are you better than him? Then you can figure out a good spot of where you could pass him maybe, but that's another good thing. I mean, he's setting the pace right now, so just sit down there. Just you be the student.
Sorry, I've been at work this morning since 6. So if I yawn, my apologies.
Me too. I got out of work an hour ago. I'm tired myself.
So, showing an accident for one of our rookies here, Jason Winslow. Jacob, not Jason, sorry. Oh, a little too much curb, a little too much on the exit, and dink, there goes bye-bye front Porsche bumper.
Ouch. Yeah,
now,
that sucks.
Here's the thing. Eventually, iRacing needs to code it so that if you run over that bumper, you have the chance to get a flat.
I think that's awesome. The fact that they don't have that as an update, even with this new season build, that would have been cool.
Yeah, throw a blanket over those two. They're about to be there the rest of the race, pretty much, until somebody pulls a strategy.
In the top 7, still haven't even really gotten away. Pointer is only just nearly 5 seconds back, which isn't that much difference.
There you go. Here's the pass for 9th from Braden and Gullison. Down into the boot, just takes him to the inside, and you can see that McLaren just kind of drags him back, but kind of a crossover number there out of Braden. Brilliant move there.
Very good.
He will take it down and solidify that position. And that'll have Braden trying to look to catch up to Jack Peterson, 2.3 seconds ahead of him. So.
And Gollison's still not going away, so Collison's got to be careful here.
Got a little bit of a battle between these three, Josh Anderson, Shane, and Brandon. Josh still with some damage on the front end of that Chase Decals machine there. Shane also with some damage to that McLaren. Yeah, I think they are pulling away from Mateo there.
Yeah, he had a shot there. I mean, he was the one that, I believe he was the one that spun out on lap 1 there. So he's on a little bit of a charge here to try to get back up front. Had a shot to make a pass there in the final corner, but thought better of it. Oh my gosh. Almost got ran into.
So you hop on board with that, not Anderson here, it'd be Shane. See, just how much coming through the S's you do get to suck up to the back of the car in front.
Got a good exit there out the S's.
And one of the problems is you're tucked up in here. It's hard to see that braking marker that's right there last minute.
And the other thing that's really key to note about that bus stop, I've done this before, is that when you enter that bus stop, there's that guardrail right on the right side. Drivers are going to try to cut it as much as they can. Some are probably going to have all 4 tires off onto the curb, hopping it a little bit. And you got to be careful that when you enter, you don't want to scrape that right side with the guardrail, because that could kill your car instantly. Been there. Done it. Not fun.
Hopping on board the nose here of Shane. See if he has a chance to try to make a move and a look. Looks like he thought about it, but decided maybe not just at this moment. Ooh. Shane running a little wide.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
See, does he set up a crossover here on Brandon? Nah, he's a little too far back.
Not staying inside the draft, though. That's a little interesting. Go back to our TV cameras here. What else we got? Oh, Alan Gullison getting back around Braden Carlson.
Yeah, these two are not getting away from each other at all.
Yeah. Alan getting a better run through the S's. Right there. Showing a crash here for Eric Martin. What happened to Eric? It's going to be that inside curb again, isn't it? Yeah, kinda. All things considered. Yeah, could have been much worse. Yep. And good job on Eric there for holding the brakes and waiting for everybody to come around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to start to show me headlights. And it's not.
Interesting. Because it's getting pretty dark.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of... There are no track lights here.
And there are some headlights, but they're not that... I mean, at least not yet. They're not that bright.
Yeah. Like the headlights are on, but I'm not seeing them projecting onto the track. I wonder, maybe with this new update, that's a different setting?
Maybe? I don't know, maybe it's just not considered dark enough yet, but even then, you would still think you'd see some of the reflections.
Showing an accident here for James Molyneux. See what happened to James here. Into turn 1. Ooh, slide. Keeps it off everything.
That's alright.
Just the rear tires won't be so happy with him.
Yeah, that's okay. You'll be getting new ones probably soon anyway.
As you said, that is William Burrow going a lap down. So we are 20 minutes into the 60 minutes race. So at this point, if you stop equally, you can make a pit stop work. Question is, how far into this race are they going to go? And Mason there already into the pits.
Interesting.
See if Mason going with some sort of short fuel strategy. Maybe trying to take a page out of Schwartz's book. But you got Kelly Pointer, Alan Elwood, Braden into the pits as well, along with Jesse Francisco, Brandon, Jack, Alan, Josh, Ian.
Lenny.
Yeah, really your top four. Your top four are the only ones not pitting at the moment.
Yeah, now how will they react? Will they pit right away? Or do they not really care?
So looking here, pit lane time for Mason Smith, 48.75. He is now 42.36 seconds behind Schwartz. So it will be interesting to see if Schwartz will be coming in this next lap. And does Nick try to stay out one extra?
Part of me feels like he will stay out, but we'll see. Ooh, a little loose, okay.
Checking in here with chat, looks like Barry pulling for Tyrrell to get a win.
Schwartz is in.
Oh, Nick.
So is
Schwartz,
Tyrrell.
yeah. So I'm
Munsell
guessing
as
that's as
well.
much as you're getting out
Yep.
of a tank.
Yep, but now at this point, they're only just over 20 minutes in, so we'll definitely have another pit stop. But will they do any saving at all? Make the last pit stop shorter? Who knows? I'm gonna watch these two, Jonathan and Nick.
Notice Nick, like, swinging the car out, ready for pit exit.
I like that. That's a good tactic.
So, see who gets dropped down first. Looks like
They're
Munsell
ready.
dropping down earlier than the rest.
Oh, they fired almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
They dropped Schwartz first, though.
Not by much, but you see,
Nope.
the lead didn't change. 3/10.
Nope, but here goes Mason trying to get around Justin Munsell going up the S's. Careful on cold tires here. They'll be side by side.
Yeah, Mason will definitely have the tire advantage on a warmed up set of tires on this colder track temp that we have here tonight. And Mason
Mason's
taking the
pretty
move
good.
into the bus stop there. 67 degrees track temp, so 60 is the bargain basement that iRacing will allow a session to launch with. No clue how I know exactly what that temperature is. So puts Mason up onto the podium now. So a little pit lane trickery, getting him the nod there over Munsell. And yep, Munsell about 2 seconds of pit lane time over Mason there. I'm going to go into my options here. Hate to break the realism, but I've got a feeling. Well, not really changing anything. I was hoping to maybe see if that would bring up our headlights, but does not appear to be doing it.
Must be an actual server thing.
I mean, it's still technically light right now. I mean, I can...
Yeah. Well, you can
It's-
notice it. It's like half the track. Once I believe they get up towards the top of the S's is when it starts to get dark, is when that shadow is there. Let's see.
Looks still fairly bright at this point, but it's, yeah, kind of after the bus stop, it looks like, yep. they're
Kind of
coming
where
in.
those trees are on the right side kind of covers it a little bit. But still pretty dark at this point right here. Let me look at Kelly Pointer because he's lost quite a lot of ground on the top six. Must have had a slow stop.
See, looking at Kelly, yep, 53 seconds in pit lane. So, maybe taking 4 tires.
Yeah. We'll see if that makes a difference. I mean, he was losing time on the top 6 as that run went on, so maybe he was starting to really not feel good in those with the tires. So maybe changing all of them was the right move.
Definitely a possibility.
The battle between Alan and Ricky here.
Oh,
Getting kind of close.
apparently Dane unplugged the wrong power bar to plug his fan in.
Oh no. That sucks, Dane.
Sorry, Dane. Or, sorry, let me get this right. Sorry. Can't anger America's hat too much. But checking in here, Braden Carlson now 15 seconds off the back of Kelly. Last lap though, Kelly putting in a 1:44.5. Braden putting in, well, we'll see what Braden's going to put in here. See if he has a chance to close this gap down.
Yeah.
No,
Not
about
much.
a second slower with a one. So.
Well, he did put a good gap over Allen, who must have had a bad stop. Jack Peterson must have had a little bit slower as well because they've lost some ground. Brandon doing pretty good. Jumped them both in the top 10 now.
Swap our tower here over so you can see who's leading in which division. Jesse Francisco leading silver currently. Joshua Betts leading bronze. And Ian Howard leading rookie. I believe this is Ian's last race. Next week he should be in a division finally.
Yay!
We'll go back through here, trying to find a decent battle. Got one here between Eric Martin and Jacob Winslow.
Oh, I just went back and looked. Alan Elwood went for a spin exiting the bus stop.
We got that. A lot of curb on entry. Oh, too much of the second curb on the quote inside.
Almost had it.
I mean, that's a decent save.
Yeah, that's not bad. He didn't really make any contact, just little,
Rear wing
Probably
looks
some-
good. So
probably just flat spots on the tires, maybe. In the
that's
slide,
one thing
but
I
not
wish
bad.
iRacing would give us. That's what we need.
Mm-hmm.
Back through here. Got a kind of battle here between Ian Howard and Robert King. Ian and that other Ferrari we have on the grid here.
You know, honestly, this was maybe a race that I really should have waited to use my
Ooh.
one-off for.
Okay,
Oh,
the
yeah.
HDR effects from the sun there. I can definitely see why I'm not seeing the headlights. Wow. Gave me a little purple spot in my vision. Negative of having 1,000 nits of brightness on a 42-inch monitor right in front of your face. But checking back with our leader here, starting to make their way through. Oh, wait, we're still in replay. That's
Ooh.
where I'm at the track that's coming up there. Schwartz able to open that gap up a little bit, see if Nick can close it back down.
This has probably been the closest the top two have been, or the furthest the top two have been this whole race.
I do think that Nick is getting a little better exit out of turn one and getting a better run up the.
Mm-hmm.
Because at 6/10 back, you're not really getting a ton of draft. You're starting to get good snips of it within a half a second. That's where it's really going to start pulling you in.
Yeah, 4 or 5 tenths. Yeah, definitely the mark.
Yeah, we'll see if he can keep that any closer. But you got Brandon and Jack here. About to do a little bit of work together. See if Jack can get ahead of this silver driver. Or if it's going to give him some trouble.
Jesse not even that far up the road either.
So, interesting enough having a crash for James Molyneux.
He's had a tough one.
Oh, Commentator's curse. Here we go. Robert Kinney onto the back of Ian Howard here. Kinney going to go to the outside of one is... Yep. Ian going to cover off the inside line there. But I can tell you that the motor on that Mustang is quite nice, but this is going to have to be painful.
Yeah, I could see it.
All right, here we go. Trying to make the move on the outside of the bus stop. I thought better of it. Checked up a little. It's one of those you kind of gotta be pulled up and even and ready to go at that point. Who is the 17?
I don't see a 17.
Oh, 17th position. So that was
Oh, okay.
Mateo back there. I forget that they do that. and the on-car call-out little boards are when they cross the start-finish line on the lap they're on. It's not live. Checking back up here. Hey, Nick is back to, well, I was going to say he was back to 4/10. Well, yeah. So he's slowly closing that gap back in.
They love using that access road out there. That's the most sketchy part.
Yeah, it really is. Check in. Let's see who we haven't really shown too much of tonight. I think Alan Gollison, you know, just out here third and silver currently, just running laps. Got a little bit of a gap here.
Just short of the top 10 overall. Not bad though.
Showing an accident here for Nathan Nickerson. See what happened to him. Porsche things. Lift, turn in, rear end over rotates. Yep, Porsche doing Porsche things.
Mm-hmm.
Bet Ricky's singing the praises of the McLaren here tonight. Happy to not be self-spinning that Porsche here. But you've got check. Okay. That's interesting. So it's scoring Brandon behind Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's wait. That's not how it is.
Oh, no, that's true.
Oh, I forgot I left it on the replay again.
Ah, that's why.
Sleep-addled brain. Oh no, Alex. Yeah, that's who we were missing. I kept looking for our other Canadian friend, Alex Jaspers.
Ooh, speaking of, here's a battle right here. Peterson trying to get past Francisco. Oh, don't go that far wide.
Crossover to the inside.
Not enough grip, I don't think. He's got a little bit of a draft. Let's see. He might send it.
Yeah, this is when you think you can send it in, but you really can't.
Yeah, he didn't really have enough of a run to do that.
If you go all the way out early enough into that concrete patch out there, it is definitely a slowdown.
Mm-hmm.
But then we have Jeske and Brandon here. Brandon in the one GM powered GT3 car here tonight. So looking back through, Mason looking to have his hands full with Justin Munsell right here in his back door. So try to pull up our pit bull strategy and see Mason pitting one lap earlier. Got him ahead of Munsell. Munsell going to have a little bit of extra fuel. What can Mason do about that? At this point, if Mason pits if he breaks the gap to Munsell, Jonathan and Nick are 4 seconds ahead of him. So if Mason goes in early again, Justin will have to decide whether or not he wants to follow.
Yeah, sometimes you could choose to be whether you want to be on the offense or the defense. I mean, if I were him, I would prefer to be on the offense. So usually, I mean, again, I don't run sports cars that often, so it's a little bit different than what I normally do. But still, when someone makes kind of a pit stop like that, usually I like to counter offer. Or if I don't want like pit immediately after that, then I choose to run as long as I can, and then I can be on the offense. And if you think you're faster, then maybe that'll be the ideal strategy. But if you really feel like you're only on the same strategy, I don't know. You could go either way. You can either just say, hey, we'll make a pit stop, but maybe not as faster, so we got to try something different to see if we can beat him. Or if you feel like you can beat him straight up, maybe you think countering and pitting the next lap probably is the best option.
Well, back here up front, Schwartz and Nick just have to wonder if Schwartz is having to drive to a fuel target.
You might be.
Because all Schwartz wants to do is break that gap to about 1.6 seconds. At that point, he's gone.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough job to do. I mean, you got a lap car up here. Bronson Stafford coming up. Didn't play that much of a factor in this, but still.
Robert Kinney and Ian Howard still going at it. Mr. Kinney wondering if he could make it around there, but not quite enough room. But Tyler, we got about 20 minutes left here. Gonna do a little bit of love to hear it before these guys come into the pits.
Let's do it.
It's a little segment I love to hear it, you know, just it's so bright with the HDR. But this battle here between Mason and Munsell is getting fired up here. Less than 20 minutes left to go. And Munsell trying to hang it around the outside, has Mason on the inside. They're going to be too wide going through the S's. And now they've also allowed Jack Peterson in this little kerfuffle into the bus stop here. This will be entertaining.
Will they take it? He's going to go to the outside, but the question will be who will give it up. Mason took it earlier. Peterson's giving it up for something. Oh my God, contact. Oh, there they go. And that, see, that is, I bet Peterson's eyes opened so wide seeing that right in front of him. How about that?
And watch the replay of this here. And oh yeah, that was Munsell getting a little too much curb. A little bit of a tank slapper onto Mason, but that has allowed Peterson up into 4th position.
It's hard to tell because I'm really trying to figure out, you know, Mason barely had the edge on entry, but I mean they were dead even almost on speed. Munsell probably had a slightly better run, but Mason definitely outbroke Munsell, and I don't know, he tried to dive it in, but kind of misjudged him, and that kind of threw off his corner.
Now, Nick Terrell into the pits. Schwartz still out on track.
Interesting. I can hear Terrell ready to go. I can hear him revving it. There he goes. Now this will be interesting to see who pits when. Bunch of others on pit road. Peterson's on pit road. Carlson's on pit road.
The Schwartz able to save an extra lap? Or is it just a case of Nick thinking maybe he can punch in that hot lap and get something out of it?
Yeah, now's the time. Now that Nick is off on the track, now he's got to set qualifying laps here. And it's not even like he has to go crazy either, because he was right behind Jonathan. He wasn't that far back, so still want to be as perfect as you can to try to at least get out in front. We'll see. Oops, that's the wrong button. Let's see Schwartz here. See if he pits this lap. Yep, looks like it.
Yep, he's going to be in the pits.
Yep, you can tell when they have that little bit of that deeper entry or staying low. Renner stays out a lap. Munsell, nope. Never mind.
So
right.
Schwartz is in the pits. He's trundling along. 155.17 his in lap. Nick 156.2. So I don't think that's going to be enough out of Nick.
Well, he's exiting the final corner now. Schwartz is now exiting his box. It's going to be kind of close. He'll definitely be behind, but we'll see how far. Quite a bit, actually.
Yep.
Now Nick's got to be
4
perfect.
Mm-hmm. So was Schwartz just sandbagging there? Saving fuel to take less? And the real question
might have
13 minutes to go. How close did Schwartz, almost a second and a half faster in the pit stop time. So could be short a gallon. We may see Nick close that gap back up by the end if Schwartz is having to save that much fuel.
We'll see. I'll look at these lap times next lap, so we'll see the speed difference here. We'll see if Renner decides to pit this lap. I would assume he probably will. Yeah, he's taking a shallow entry. Yep, here he comes.
Schwartz coming around to here. The question is Ricky going to be capable of hopping Nick.
We'll see. Schwartz now entering final corner. Renner is in the boxes.
Yeah, that's just... So Ricky's there. All right, Schwartz has passed him. Nick is going to get around him.
Yep.
And he is rolling. The question is, will Munsell and Mason get past Ricky?
Whoa! Is there a penalty for pit exit lines? Because Ricky went half over that line. Actually, a little bit more than half. I don't know.
I'm not seeing anything in SDK, but they don't necessarily give us all of that information. But yet, Ricky able to jump Munsell and Mason.
Yeah, there you go. And I will say, kind of just looking at laps, Schwartz hasn't, he's still on his out lap here, so I won't look yet, but Nick Terrell's last lap was a 44.25, which is 0.2 slower than his fastest lap, but Schwartz's fastest lap is a 44.2 flat. So Terrell's got speed. It's just a matter of does he have the
I think you're about
time.
to see what Schwartz has here in a very short.
Yeah.
Although Schwartz, he's got some traffic. He's got some lap traffic in front of him. Lost 2 seconds to Nick in this.
Let's see as they come across the line. .6. Oh, Renner's slow. Well, he's just letting a bunch of guys go. Harrell 44.4.
So Nick may be able to close up a little bit. Let's see.
He's gonna have to do that. He's gonna have to do that quicker.
So, Ricky just running wide there. And then deciding to, let those guys go.
Smart move. I respect it.
Showing an accident for Jacob Winslow here. Ricky back into the pits. So I'm not quite sure exactly what happened there. Go back. 3.4, your gap to Jonathan Schwartz. 9 minutes to go. Tall ass to take 3 seconds out of Jonathan.
Yeah, he might need a mistake out of Jonathan. I mean, it's very possible. I could definitely see it, but he's either A, he's going to need him to make a mistake, or B, he needs more time. Because he is quicker. He definitely is closing that gap.
Did you say you saw Ricky cut the pit exit line a little?
Yeah, he did. Did you get that?
I think that was a drive-through. Yeah, it looked like.
Yep, I figured.
But Mason's starting to open that gap up to Munsell there. I guess Mason thinking it's hammer time and time to go. Back here, Peterson, Carlson. Little Acura versus Porsche.
These two always seem to find each other, no matter what race it is. Always.
Yep.
Looking at laps last time, Terrell was quicker again, but only by a couple tenths. He's going to need to pick off seconds instead
Ricky
of tenths
back
here.
in the pits again.
Oh.
When it rains, it pours.
I was going to say, because I looked at his last stop, it actually looked like he went over the line again. Not by much, but enough maybe.
Let's watch it
I'm gonna see
here.
how careful he is. Oh yeah.
I'm giving that line a wide berth.
Yeah, he's like, I ain't doing that again.
From a podium down into 12th place, that's gotta hurt.
Ouch. Yeah, that does.
But hey, he didn't spin the car. So
No,
still
he
better
did
than
not.
a Porsche performance out of Mr. Ricky Renner here tonight.
Just trying too hard.
And Mason has made that gap over a second there. Is flirting with the line. Mason definitely, though, is getting a move on. 13 seconds there to Nick. Maybe
I was
a
just
little
saying,
vicious.
a big gain for Schwartz there. Terrell was slowed up by the lap cars there. So, tough deal.
They may be lap, but I mean, those guys are not slow. They just
No, not at all.
involved in some incidents.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We got Nathan Nickerson in that. Just got passed there. His fast lap, 1:45.8. 1 second faster, you're in 6th position. That's the kind of gaps that these guys are, dealing with here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Another little battle here. We've seen this one. Josh Anderson and Ian Howard. If they're having their battle, you want to let Nick by, but at the same time, you've got to pick a spot that's going to help you out as well.
Mm-hmm.
Backing out enough so that they can go past you. And S's is just a silly idea when you think about it. All right, I'm starting to see some lights actually playing on the track now.
Well, like 5 minutes ago, so. Oh, Terrell went a little bit wide on the last corner. Kind of rubbed that outside wall a little bit.
Let's check his left front suspension real quick.
Another little bit of a loss.
Looks like it's all good. Good shape. Betts and Kenny. Close battle for bronze. Yep. Thank you, Alex, for keeping an eye on your division there. I had missed where those two were running. I guess we need the proper camera. There's Kenny. There's Betts. Oh, Betts in the wall.
Ouch.
Along with a little blinky blink. iRacing's new connection flag, not yet implemented for league races here. There's supposed to be an admin thing. I couldn't throw it, but I don't know exactly what it does. So
Fair.
at some point, I need to tell Carl before the race we need to have a little random number generator roll for a caution. I just had to tell what lap we do, and we just randomly throw it.
That'd be entertaining.
Yeah. Like a 15-20% chance of it. The rest are just no caution.
Well, we're coming here with, I would assume, probably 2 to go. Oh, Terrell almost hit the wall again.
He's definitely trying to push. Yeah, at 4.7 seconds. Yeah, broadcast curse. But still, you got this battle here between Josh Anderson and Ian Howard. Ian's one of those drivers, you look at their rating license and you can tell they just don't run.
Yeah, so he go for it. Oh, he wanted to. He tried. It looked like he actually did go for it, but Anderson kind of countered it.
So if you're going to go for it, you really got to go for it.
Yes. Yes.
here. Looks like Braden and Peterson here, 9/10 apart, but the closest battle here on track is still Ian and Anderson. 2 minutes to go here. Let me find Barney real quick. Does not have the flag out yet. Still has the green flag in his hand, so.
No, I've seen him do that a couple of times. He really likes to throw us for the loop, even though when it's a white flag, he still doesn't really care to tell us.
Well, you know, there's multiple tracks where Barney is not in the spot where you think he's going to be.
Yeah, oh no, now he's waving it. There we go.
White flag this time by for Schwartz. Go there, 4.2. Gonna be a tall ass for Nick.
Gonna need a Schwartz spin here.
Yeah, maybe we should watch Schwartz here through the bus stop the last time, although I think after last night, you might see him tiptoe through right here.
Oh, listen, I can hear him lifting. He lifted way before the braking marker.
2 seconds now, the gap for Nick Terrell. Oh,
really
is someone going?
easy.
I bet he's got it. Let's see. Let me find Schwartz here. We're going to go. Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
whoa, look at the gap. Hold up.
I can hear he is short shifting.
There's still a couple good passing zones left. He could have a shot.
I've got it on the camera view. You can see the flames. You can see the sunset. And you see that mystery machine of Nick Terrell getting bigger and bigger by the second.
Oh,
Yeah.
Schwartz a little bit wide. Not
Question
enough,
is, does he
though.
have enough to make it? Is he going to run out at the line?
We're going to find out here. He got to hope he doesn't, because there's enough room where Nick could pounce.
Oh, yeah.
2 more corners. It'll be enough. 1 more. He's there. Does he have enough? It looks like he's barely gonna have enough. Oh, wow.
Right there at the
Barely.
line.
4 seconds he gained. Wow.
And that's it.
That'll do it. How about
He's
it?
out of fuel.
He is out.
So Schwartz filling it to the millimeter perfect, just enough to make it through. In Formula One, I think you'd be serving a penalty for not returning with enough fuel in the tank for them to test. Mason Smith will be coming in 3rd there tonight, and these guys already hopping off of the track. Let's see here. Still have a little bit of a battle here between Ricky Renner and Alan Gullison.
Oh, Peterson must have had an incident because he fell to 10th.
I don't see anything. Peterson entered
Oh, he had to
pit lane.
pit. Oh, interesting. Wonder if he had a incident limit.
Let's see. Peterson and Tim. It's only showing. Well, no. Peterson is. iRacing has disappeared Peterson off my finishing positions.
I got him in P13.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, it says he only has 4 off tracks. I mean, it's SDK. It could be wrong, so you never really know.
Interesting.
But let's see. Waiting for the thing. Pull up our results here. Taking home the win here tonight, Jonathan Schwartz with 0.00 gallons, pretty much coming over the line. Nick Terrell will be in 2nd. Mason Smith will take that last podium position. 4th, Justin Munsell. 5th, Kelly Pointer. 6th, Alan Elwood. 7th, Braden Carlson. 8th, Brandon. Where did Brandon pop up into 8th there? We definitely had some silver guys dropping out there at the end. We must have missed it. 9th, Alan Gullison. 10th, Ricky Renner. Yep. 11th, Jesse Francisco. Shane Theron in 12th. Jack Peterson in 13th. Robert Kinney in 14th. Josh Betts in 15th. Brandon Mateo in 16th. Nathan Nickerson in 17th. Josh Anderson in 18th. Ian Howard in 19th. Bronson Stafford in 20th. Alexander Hamrick in 21st. John Crane in 22nd. William Burrell in 23rd. James Mullinoby 24th. Eric Martin in 25th. Jacob Winslow in 26th. Had a few incidents here with us tonight. Tim Thompson, earlier retirement in 27th. Dane Simpson in 28th after unplugging the wrong thing. So let's see here. Let's see which drivers we can pull into the booth with us. I'm going to tell it to do the classes. Let's see. Just to make sure I get the right one for bronze here. That will be Robert Kinney. Let's see. Do we have Robert Kinney in the thing here? I do not. Tyler, you want to type up a little thing in the thing and tag him?
Yeah, let's do so.
Let's see. So then next will be pull up silver. So we got in silver that's already in the booth. Brandon, do not see him. Tag him as well.
Brandon
In gold. Gold will be
that's it.
Kelly Pointer. I'm going to pull Kelly in here. Drop him in the waiting room for a second. Kelly, this is Tyler and John in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Oh, going all right. See you managed to come home here tonight, winning the gold division. Didn't really see a ton of you out there on track. Just one of those nights you kept the nose clean and kept it off the wall and profited.
Yeah, pretty much. That's about what happened. It's just a good run. I did slow down from my practice earlier, but yeah, I just ran, and as people attrition took apart, I moved on up. But yeah, well, I did hurt myself in the pits though. The first one, I shouldn't have taken all 4 tires, but that was my bad.
Yeah, it's always a fun way to, have that go for you. But, one of the only Ferraris running here tonight, a little bit of vindication after Tuesday night for you.
Yeah, definitely. I thought everybody would be on the Ferrari. I thought the Ferrari was actually good here, but I guess not.
Well, if you keep doing so good on road, we may have to change you from a mostly oval to a mostly road guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the ovals, but I do enjoy these roads. They're fun. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations here tonight. Let's see. Next week is that Spa? No, not sorry.
Nah,
Spa.
Sebring.
That's right.
Sebring.
Yes. Sebring next week. You looking forward to that one?
I am looking forward to it if I can make it. It's going to be a big if. I just got to get off work early enough and be able to show up. Maybe have Dan log me in or something, and we can run it. And I've been enjoying Sebring. That's been a good track to me. I've been getting better there, so I'm looking forward to it if I could race
12-hour?
No one's picked me up, so no, not right now.
Well, all right. Well, congratulations. Anybody you want to give a shout out to on that Amsoil machine?
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys streaming this every week, every Thursday. So if anybody's wanting to watch some good racing, check us out, Core Racing League and Amsoil. If you need any Amsoil, go to pointersmotorsupplies.com. Have all your Amsoil needs. Take care of your vehicles. God bless.
Well, we appreciate it. Hopefully we will catch you next week.
Sounds good, brother. Take care.
All right. Into the waiting room. We'll go there. And we have, let's see. Oh, Robert Kinney. Here he is. Robert, this is John and Tyler in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
So pick the Ford here tonight. How bad were the rear tires?
The rears actually weren't the problem. It was the fronts sliding everywhere.
Okay.
So,
maybe the
so I
update
had
they
to-
changed something.
yeah, so I was changing fronts every stop, and luckily the fronts were done by the time the fuel was done.
Well, taking home the win here in bronze tonight. I was going to pull up the points here because you were. That's going to take
I
a
believe.
few off Alex Jaspers, and so
Yeah, I
I have to wait
believe
for David to tell me how it actually shakes out.
that's right. Unfortunately, I think with missing a race, I think either last week or the week before, I'm too far out for the championship win. But
Let's double
try to get.
points next week at Sebring.
Oh, it is double. Oh, that changes everything. Hmm.
Yeah. So we'll before next week, I'll have to get with David and have him give me a list of the mathematical possibilities.
Okay.
So, from your point of view tonight, was it just management staying out of trouble, or because we see you're up 13 places.
Yeah, I'd like to start in the back every week, so to try to avoid like that first lap or two calamity, and just try to work my way through. But this week it was a lot of easy spots with quite a few people spinning on the first two laps. But once we got strung out, I found it really hard to pass people because with the elephant of a Mustang, it doesn't quite like braking as much as the mid-engine McLarens and Audis and all them.
And it
So I could
requires a
never,
little more track space too.
yeah, just a little bit. Uh, so whenever I would get a run, I'd always like creep up onto their door and then have to back out because I didn't want to take out anybody. And unfortunately, I do want to apologize to Ian Howard. I kind of took him out while entering pits for that final time. Definitely didn't mean to. I just wanted to make up some time on him, but yeah, definitely didn't mean to take him out there.
Well, congratulations on bringing home gold and bronze. That sounds weird to say it that way, but that is what we have going on here in the bronze division here tonight. And hopefully we will catch you next week at Sebring.
Yeah, I'll be here. Hopefully, I start to enjoy the track between now and then, but it is one of my least favorite tracks because of that final long right-hander. It's just so bumpy. It always
Sunset
unsettles the
is,
car.
I would not suggest the Ford through Sunset
Yeah,
or the Lambo or the
unfortunately, those are the
BMW
two.
or, yeah, those are really the big offenders.
Yeah, unfortunately, those are all the ones I own, and I'm trying to keep the same car throughout the whole season. So I've been the Mustang all season. I'm trying to finish it out.
Well, good luck. Anybody want to give a shout out to on that Mustang before we let you go?
Oh yeah, want to shout Matt Muir, the one who actually designed the actual paint scheme. He does wonders with any car. And then to all my friends and teammates that run with us, Bronson Stafford, Justin Munsell, Shane Terrian, and unfortunately Matthew Rodriguez has gotten other things he's had to do on Thursday nights, so he unfortunately couldn't do the rest of the season. But and then you guys for putting on an awesome broadcast week in and week out, and the admins for putting on the league.
All right. Well, again, congratulations, and hopefully we'll catch you next week.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to pull Brandon in here. Tyler, you want to take this one away?
All right, Brandon. Well, John and Tyler here. A solid race for you there. Brought it home in the top 10 with an 8th position there. A little bit behind Carlson there in P7, but still, go ahead and take us through your race there.
Yeah, I'm honestly still a little surprised I'm up here. Yeah, it was just tried to keep it nice and clean. I know that there was some pretty big carnage there in turn one. It looked like behind me, like just behind me, and luckily I was ahead of that. And then from there, it was just just keep it on track, keep it steady. A couple nice little battles there. Jesse, I think he and I were racing for about 45 minutes there with each other throughout that thing, and just try to stay smart, keep it keep it safe. I had like one little moment that spooked me there late where I drifted a little bit coming out of the boot. But other than that, it was nice and clean and how I try to run it. And this time I was just lucky enough to have a little pace behind it.
Well, that's for sure. Something I want to point out is we saw a lot of guys, especially run out there of fuel at the very end of the race there. Was that any concerns there for you? Did you have anything special on your pit stops there or anything?
Nah, I was a little surprised when I saw a couple of those guys start having to come back down. Honestly, I waited till the last second to come in on that first stint, and after that, it just kind of felt like it wasn't really much of a concern. I still had a lap and a half or so left at the end of that, so I wasn't too worried about it. They caught me off guard, um, but I'm not sure. I guess maybe if somebody came down a lap earlier on that first stint or something, maybe it threw it off. But um, yeah, I felt bad. Was it Jack was up there, and he was one of those guys that I kind of picked him off just because of that, and he ran a great race. But yeah, that surprised me a little bit.
Yeah, well, still a good finish for you there. Next week is, yeah, the finale, double points at Sebring, double the length as well, 2 hours. How you feel about that one?
As much as I love Watkins Glen, I enjoy Sebring, but that is not one of my best friends. It's a rough track for me. Hopefully, I can just kind of uh have a nice solid run there to close the season. But 2 hours of it, that's going to be a challenge for sure. But I always look forward to those challenges, and maybe I can find something there and kind of start to figure that place out a little bit better than I have.
All right, Brandon. Well, good run there for you in P8. Any quick shout outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
It's fun. Like I've missed the last couple weeks. Had some work stuff, but also had some family stuff. I know nobody in my family's watching, but this first time I've gotten a class win, and I think this is the first top 10 I've gotten in the league. If not, there might have been like a tenth. But wanted get this one out there for my grandfather. He's not doing too well. I don't. He doesn't have too much time left, to be honest, and that's been part of my why I've been away. And to come in here is a nice distraction tonight, and have some fun racing, and get a good result was a bonus on top of it. But he's still in the mind, and happy to do something that kind of give him that little nod there because it means a lot for the family.
Well,
All right, Brandon. Well, I
just
was to
seeing
say we appreciate your time and yeah, we wish you the best there and whatever you were gonna say there, John.
see David's posted the powerhouse. Congratulations on gaining 109 core rating tonight.
Oh wow, man, that's another thing I'm gonna be surprised by here tonight. But that's pretty cool. I appreciate all that. That's awesome to hear.
All right. Well, hopefully we can catch you next week.
Absolutely, and I appreciate what y'all do every week. Not just the league, but also with the broadcast. I used to do broadcasts stuff on here. I know it's a lot of work. Appreciate what y'all do.
Hey, no problem. You when y'all put on a good race, it makes it easy.
Well, we definitely try.
All right. That was Brandon, our silver winner. And now it's time to pull third place, Mason Smith in here. If my mouse will go to the correct screen. Mason, this is Tyler and John in the booth. You get a copy.
Yes, sir.
So, see you starting fourth. That doesn't happen too often. Just not getting along with Watkins Glen tonight, or?
Well, I mean, I don't know what happened to the pace I had coming into this. Like all the test sessions I did at a 43.9, and then coming here, it's like I don't know what's going on. So
There was about
it's
13,
not,
14 miles an hour wind, I noticed, is what Kelly was saying. He was down a lot on the straightaway coming up to the bus stop.
that could be the case probably, but yeah, I was like wondering what was happening with my pace, and then it's like, oh, it possibly could be what you just said there, but all in all, I feel like I did okay. Womp womp for not getting win though.
So with the new lighting and everything, was that making it more of a challenge, having a few more shadows and everything to deal with?
Well, I mean, the last during the last turn, yeah, it's painful, but is it beautiful? Absolutely. But you know, it's annoying. It is annoying to like, uh, to have a deal with the sunlight on the last turn because I would just lose time and I don't know how I would keep up with the people that just get it correctly when the sun's like right in your face
Oh,
going into that last turn.
oh, you can watch it on the broadcast. At one point on my monitor, 1,000 nits, y'all flashed through there, and I had to shut my eyes. I was like, "Oh, that's bright." Not what you want to do while you're racing.
Nope, not at all.
But so we still coming home with the podium here tonight. We got Sebring, 2 hours, double points coming up next week. Looking forward to that one. Or
Well, yeah, favorite track of all time are in my list, but double points. This should be interesting, but who knows? Who knows? Anything can happen. At least I just need to have some optimism right now because I know championship window may be looking a bit tight with John taking the win again, and I just finished third, so I just need some optimism.
well, there's still drop weeks and all those things that may affect it, but yeah. All in all, good job getting past Munsell there in the pit phase. A good bit of that, and so y'all swap back and forth a few times.
Absolutely. The Munsell did give me room, and I like the one instance where you saw like he just like he was brave going through there, and I don't and I applaud him. I applaud him for keeping it tight there. So like both of us could have died, but my corner panel did kind of, or my front quarter panel kind of saved him from spinning there. So at least we had good battle until the end.
Well, all right. Well, congratulations, and hopefully we can catch you next week with a win.
Thank you.
And that was third place, Mason Smith. Gonna pull. Where is he? I thought I saw him in here. Well, I don't see Nick here tonight, so I guess Tyler, you can take John away here.
All right, John. Well, that was entertaining at the end, to say the least. Take me through that ending there. I mean, you beat Nick there on the pit stops. You had a big lead on him. He kind of kept it about the same most of the time, but then, I mean, we kind of thought you would be good on fuel there. I mean, I wasn't sure, but then all of a sudden, that last lap, you slowed up dramatically. I mean, were you a little nervous? Did you kind of know you were going to be that, I guess, close on fuel, or what was the mindset?
There was 3 different things going on there. 1, the lap cars ahead. I didn't know how much they'd be fighting to stay in the lead lap on that final lap, so I didn't want to upset anyone there and get into trouble. 2, yesterday's LMP2 race, I wrecked with 2 laps to go as I pinned it on the bus stop, and so I just wanted to be super careful through the bus stops, so I was a bit slow there. And 3, I did underfuel a bit. So fuel saving, cautiousness, and staying away from lap cars led to a closer finish than expected, but glad we made it.
Well, the other thing that I guess I want to point out is that you and Nick ran. I gotta say, really, I don't think Nick was over a second back really until that last stint. What was that kind of like? I mean, he was basically on your tail the whole race, making sure that you got to hit your marks, no mistakes. I mean, was he putting a lot of pressure on you to drive basically perfect?
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely putting the pressure on the whole time, especially after the long straights where he got within like 2 or 3 tenths, because I knew if I just overshot a corner or even missed the apex that he'd have to run on exit. And so Yeah, it was quite uncomfortable at times, but I did know that he's raced me clean and fair in the past, so I know he wasn't gonna be too aggressive at points, but it just definitely made me make sure that I couldn't overdrive any corner too much, since I just couldn't afford to lose that time. So yeah, huge respect to Nick. I honestly thought after that first stint in the pit stop, I felt like I'd be able to build a gap, and I just couldn't. So the way he managed to just maintain that pace over those long runs was really impressive.
Well, this win here was your fourth win of the year, which ties for the most with Mason on the season. Next week is the finale at Sebring, 2 hours, double points. How you feeling going into that? Do you think you can take your fifth win and hold on for a title?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that's contributed to these wins is just being able to get into the rhythm of these races and being able to understand just the way you manage tires, the way you manage traffic to an extent. And I think that in the 2 hour race, we're going to see some of that. But I think fatigue might set into play a little bit just with the longer race. And I don't know if the incident limit's going to be higher, but if it isn't, that's going to make it also challenging. So it's going to have to make us just be on our game even more, being able to manage all those, staying on track, avoiding any incidents possible. So normally I would race a bit aggressive if I'm right with someone because I know I can afford a 4X, but with all the possible off tracks there and how bumpy the track is and who knows about the weather even, I think that everything's out the window. I feel like Nick's been right up there pace-wise, Mason, Ricky, Justin. So yeah, really excited to see how it goes.
All right. Well, we appreciate your time, Jonathan. Any shout-outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
Yeah, shout out to Delta Sport. They've been really helping me so far throughout the season, even giving me tips about what pedals to get perhaps in the near future. So, yeah, huge shout out to them for any affiliate codes that they provide, as well as Core and you guys, the broadcast.
All right, Jonathan. Well, we really appreciate your time. Congrats on the win, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks. See you then.
All right, that was our winner, Jonathan Schwartz. Impressive run here tonight, all the way literally down to the line. Great job by Nick. Sorry we didn't get to interview him, but 2 hours next week, so that'll be a fun one.
Oof. Can't wait. That'll be something.
All right, well, I appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see y'all next week.
The engines roar, the grid's alive. Under the lights, we start to drive. McLaren sleep cutting through the air. Porsche chasing close with a power so rare. Audi's growl, a beast unleashed. Lamborghini's roar, the grip of the beast. Ford's Mustang, muscle and might. Ferrari's prancing horse, ready to fight. BMW flies with precision and grace. Every corner, every chase. Core League legends racing for fame. GT3 fever, feel the flame. Race through the night, the engines sing. Core GT3, feel the lightning. McLaren, Porsche, Audi's fine. Lamborghini screaming by your side. Ferrari, Ford, beating down the loop. Chasing victory, breaking through. Core GP, feel the speed. Racing fever is all we need. Every apex tight, every lap on fire. The battle rages hearts, full of desire. Through Rouge and on the straight. GT3 glory can't be late. McLaren shadow, Porsche scream. Audi fights back in a high-speed dream. Lamborghini powers down the line. Ford's thunder echoes divine. Ferrari surges with the lion's roar. BMW dances, wanting more. Core League thrill, never the same. GT3 free fever, drive insane. Race through the night, the engines sing. Core GT3, feel the lightning. McLaren, Porsche, Audi's fine. legends meet. Can't be beat, 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 beat. McLaren flies, Porsche in the rear. Audi's battle cry you hear. Lamborghini force, the thrill alive. Ferrari and BMW drive. Core G3, feel the speed. Racing fever is all we need.